want to just share with you about how God has used prayer in our life. I guess there came a time where we realized that it was more of us pretending than really walking with God.
And it got to just be almost fake, you know, where you just put your Christian mask on, you go to church and let everybody think that you got it all together, and then you go home and you fight on the way home, or you fight when you got home, or what, you know.
We didn't have it together.
Yeah, you know, and it was fake, and it was hard to keep up.
Yeah, it got to a point where we decided we didn't want to pretend. It was where we said we need to choose. Are we gonna do this? Are we really gonna live this Christian life? Or are we done? Are we gonna turn away? It was a scary place to be. The catalyst for that was a big argument we had, and I really honestly don't even remember what we were arguing about. But the argument ended with Jeff storming out and leaving the house and getting in the car and driving away, and he'd never ever done anything like that. And I was terrified, and I thought, what is happening? This isn't supposed to happen. We're not supposed to get so mad that we can't talk to each other. But you came home, and that's kind of when we said we gotta figure out what we're doing. This is ridiculous.
And we decided that, you know what, we're just going to pray together every day. And that's what we started to do about mid-1990s, 1994, 95-ish. We prayed every day. We set our alarm clock at 5:30. We'd get up and pray together.
That's really personal, because we weren't praying, Dear Jesus, bless everyone in the whole entire world. That's not what we were doing. We were pouring our guts out, saying, we can't do this. We don't know what we're doing. We can't do it without you. God, we need you. And so to do that, and to have, I felt so vulnerable that I would say, don't look at me. You know, I would like bury my face in his chest when we were praying, because I was like, it was just so, it was scary. It was very scary. We started praying for our girls. We had 3 beautiful daughters, and so we started praying for them. And our prayers were, you know, that we wanted them to know God, and that God would bring godly men into their lives to be husbands. When our oldest daughter was 20, she came and told us that she was gonna move out and move in with her boyfriend. We had no idea how to react, how to act towards her, but it was another thing that absolutely drove us together, because we had to just go and throw ourselves at God's feet again and say, what should we do, and what should we, how should we act and behave towards her? And it was a very hard time.
Hold that story. Go back to, we have 3 daughters, right? So Caitlin is our middle daughter. She is, you know, she's like an answer to prayer. So Caitlin is
she's walking
with God. She goes over to Africa to do a short-term ministry. She comes back. She goes to Bible college. She meets a nice young man. There's a whole story behind that as well. But you know, this nice young man is studying to be a full-time worker, to, you know, a minister, and right now he's a youth pastor in the Portland area. And it was like, wow, that was great. I'll check that one off. So, and they're getting married in May. So now back to Betsy. We were praying, specifically praying during this time that Betsy moved out, that God would bring a godly man into Trent's life to speak truth into his life. And it was pretty neat that God specifically chose a really good friend of mine to have lunch with Trent and ask him point blank, what are you doing? You know, you're dishonoring Betsy, you're dishonoring her parents. You know, if you want to do things right, you know, you should do things right. You know, and it was very cool. You know, we didn't know that was going to happen, and we find out about it, and it was like, oh wow, there's an answer to prayer. That night, Trent comes bringing Betsy home, sits down with me and apologizes, which is, you know, the good thing, a manly thing to do, and asks for my forgiveness, which I gladly give him. And so 2 days later, Betsy asks to move back in with us. They decided that they're doing things the wrong way. They need to come back. They need to, you know, try to make things right. And so Betsy moves back in with us and tells us, oh, by the way, we're getting married in May. So Caitlin got married with dates
May 17th.
May 17th, and Betsy gets
4
married
days later.
May 21st.
We had 2 weddings in 4 days.
So
glorious,
but
wonderful.
we were all for it. And our third daughter, Emily, she's going to Concordia, and she's dating a young man who wants to work in the ministry as a worship leader.
We've learned that God is faithful. We've watched his faithfulness just unfold in front of us. We've watched him answer prayers in ways we never could have imagined. So
and if you
pray.
seek him, he'll allow you to find him.
That's our story.